Hi, judges. My name's Chris Moffat-Arms. I'm a government relations analyst and software developer in Kingston, Ontario, and I'm the founder of PoliTraQ. When I started working in government relations a little bit over 3 years ago, one of my first responsibilities was to find a CRM system to keep track of all of our advocacy data. In reaching out to colleagues at other institutions, I was shocked to find out that no one had yet built a tool specifically for our market. As a result, most practitioners were using a variety of piecemeal solutions, keeping track of notes on paper, using Excel or their Outlook calendars. One even told me, "I'll just remember it." This is highly inefficient, particularly in an industry such as ours, where there's a great deal of compliance and reporting requirements that we must maintain. This leads to a huge amount of lost productivity as you spend time chasing information you already have. Not to mention, when you don't have a good sense as to who you've met with, why you've met with them, and what's come from it, it's very difficult to show either internal or external stakeholders that they're getting a return on the money that they're putting in to government relations activities. After months of looking around for a solution and finding none, I built my own. Meet PoliTraQ. PoliTraQ is the first CRM built by and for the Canadian government relations market. It provides a secure and central location for GR teams to store and share all of their advocacy data, whether this is a new campaign that they're designing, contact information for a key stakeholder, engagement reports, even billable hours and invoicing. By having a secure location to store all of this data and not having to go looking for it in various other sources, teams are able to spend less time on those low-value, non-billable activities such as reporting and compliance, and more time actually meeting with stakeholders and building their practice. PoliTraQ is a subscription-as-a-service web platform intended for the business-to-business market. As a result, it is a little bit high touch at the start. There's multiple interactions required in order to get a team from prospect to client. But as a result, the customer service needs have actually been kept minimal by making sure that the product is a perfect fit. I started the paid subscription version of PoliTraQ in January 2020, and I already have paying customers from across the government relations practice, being major firms, solo practitioners, industry associations, and not-for-profits. We have revenue to date of just under $2,000 with margins per user of over 80%. Most importantly, I've done all of this without spending a dime on customer acquisition. As far as the total number of lobbyists in Canada, the numbers are a little bit fuzzy. Using the closest that we can approximate, which is the actual registries, and unfortunately you're not required to register for all activities, so there is a bit of guesswork. I estimate that there's approximately 4,300 organizations registered to lobby at some level in Canada. Federally, the number of lobbyists has grown 20% since 2015, with the number of registrations or number of clients represented increasing by about 45%. At my current pricing levels, this represents a total addressable market of just over $2.6 million per year in the Canadian market alone. I am also looking for opportunities to grow PoliTraQ and grow its revenue. Some of the opportunities I've identified so far include introduction of tiered pricing, which I plan to do later this year. I also plan to add new products, whether these be add-ons to the existing PoliTraQ platform in order to secure more revenue per user, or by adding standalone tools that would expand the customer base. Finally, I am interested in exploring expansion into new markets. Currently, there are 33 countries where lobbying is legal, and most of them have not yet even reached Canada's level of governance and oversight. So there's a real opportunity to move in as the field is professionalizing in a lot of other countries and become the go-to solution from day one. Now, if I'm successful in this competition, I will use the funding to accelerate customer acquisition. As mentioned previously, I've acquired my customers to date without spending a dime on paid promotion. Given that government relations is a very, very niche market in Canada, there are a number of niche publications, industry-focused podcasts, and of course, a high degree of activity amongst practitioners on LinkedIn and Twitter. I believe that paid promotion on these platforms would allow me to accelerate the growth and adoption of PoliTraQ and potentially speed up the transition to full-time owner operation by anywhere between 6 and 24 months. Judges, PoliTraQ has early traction in a growing and underserved business niche. I know that we can make PoliTraQ the go-to solution in the Canadian government relations market and help more GR pros track their impact. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to answering your questions.